Good morning and welcome to today's special edition of the GHS Reporter. Today is Friday, October 25th, and I am Alex Matulowicz. Today's show is focused on the dangers of vaping and e-cigarettes. The first known reference to e-cigarettes was in 1930 when a man named Joseph Robinson was granted a patent that was filed in 1927. The product was never commercialized, and it is unclear whether or not a prototype was even manufactured. The first official e-cigarette was patented in 1967. It was originally believed to be a less harmful method of smoking by replacing tobacco and paper with heated air. The product was never commercialized, and the inventor blamed tobacco companies, who apparently waited for a patent to expire instead of licensing it. The companies may have been more interested in the sales of regular cigarettes than a possible new competitor. E-cigarettes were introduced in Europe and the US in 2006. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine and Yale Medicine, regular tobacco cigarettes contain about 7,000 chemicals, many of which are toxic, while e-cigarettes contain an unknown number of chemicals that may or may not be toxic. But they certainly contain fewer than a regular cigarette. On the other hand, some e-cigarettes still contain nicotine, which is highly addictive. Furthermore, the e-cigarettes are just as addictive as normal cigarettes. There are hundreds of new cases of pulmonary disease and deaths that may be related to vaping. Symptoms include a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, fatigue, and a fever. And based on the lab data, these reports are linked to chemical exposure consistent with components of e-cigarettes. According to Live Science, there have been 33 deaths and almost 1,500 lung injuries related to vaping in 48 different states as of October 17, 2019. There has also been an additional death in the United Kingdom. And now, here's a senior in our high school, Jackson Grinnan, who has come forward about his experience with vape products.
I have been vaping for 2 to 3 years. It started with box mods because it was like cool for tricks. I actually felt more energized because obviously the nicotine in the vapes, and because of the box mods, it didn't really affect me in any way. It just because I kept taking it, but as soon as I didn't take it for a little while, I started getting headaches and sometimes night sweats. A lot of the kids that were doing it because of box mods. A lot of the kids that were doing this were people that were taking in a lot of it, that were doing it occasionally all the time, and I thought that I was at threat because I was doing it a lot. So I was just scared for my own health that because of these people that were doing it so much, I thought that I just need to quit this before something might happen, because there's no real signs of people that vape, people that are vaping that this is happening to, just drop all of a sudden. At least that's what doctors said. I was also starting to get health issues. It was hard for me to breathe. I felt more fatigued, but every time I hit a vape with nicotine, it gave me more energy. But even though it gave me more energy, over time I just felt more sluggish, and I felt like it was hard to breathe. I would go into the gym, work out for 30 minutes, and felt like I was destroyed.
The Juul vape pen is the most popular vape device out right now. According to Truth Initiative, one Juul pod is the equivalent of 20 cigarettes. Flavor pods vary from watermelon, tobacco, mango, mint, and strawberry milk. According to a paper by a group of Stanford researchers who studied the company's advertisements their first 3 years on the market, Juul has been advertising to school-age adolescents since their launch. Their early advertisements have been compared to those of traditional cigarettes, depicting young adults in trendy clothes posing in ways that, quote, are more evocative of underage teens than mature adults. The sale of sweeter, more appealing flavors and marketing them as tasty or trendy defies the company's claims they sell electronic alternatives to cigarettes and devices used to quit smoking. According to the 2019 National Youth Tobacco Survey, 27.5% of high school students use Juul. Juul product warning labels consist of a black bordered box with black text on a white background that says, "Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical." Products with nicotine, such as pod refills, starter kits, or other things with the pods in the box, are required to be labeled.
Juuls are labeled as a way to differ from smoking cigarettes, where box mods, they were all marketed as like a trick device, because the whole reasoning behind it is that they make juice for box mods that have little to no nicotine, but you take in a lot of smoke that you're not meant to inhale, but people obviously do, and it's made for gigantic like clouds, like people that do tricks and stuff with them. So like when you take a box mod, you're gonna take in a ton of smoke. If you hit a box mod, you're hitting almost more than a joule. If you take in all that, there's more juice in it.
Because of the rise in popularity and danger among these products, New York State has begun to take action. According to NBC New York, the legal age to buy e-cigarettes is about to increase from 18 to 21. The legal age to buy tobacco products in New York State has also recently increased to 21. In addition to raising the buying age, New York recently became the first state to ban flavored e-cigarettes. A study done by the New York Health State Department states that 40% of high school seniors and 27% of school students overall use e-cigarettes in the state. A common argument in favor of the ban is that flavored e-cigarettes are geared towards teenagers. However, according to New York Post and New York Times, a statewide ban on flavored e-cigarettes has been put on hold until October 18th. This was following an emergency executive action by the governor on Sunday, September 15th, to ban flavored e-cigarettes. If the ban is upheld, vendors caught with offending items could be fined up to $2,000.
It's going to get off the street so people can't commercial it, but the thing is, kids lie about their age already. So I feel like nothing's going to change. I did go to the doctor, and they said that my lungs were damaged, but they weren't damaged beyond repair because of my age. They said that if I just stop vaping, my lungs should be able to heal because I'm young, like in 3 years or so. I read a report. One of the people that smoked, his lungs were so damaged, they said he had the lungs of a 70-year-old from smoking juices. If that can affect you that bad by just taking in vape, imagine these people that smoke cigarettes for 50 plus years, get off of them, and then their lungs are healed. But people that are smoking like e-cigarettes, they've only been vaping for what, 5 years? They have the lungs of a 70-year-old. How is that even possible? Please stop vaping. You'll do yourself a favor, you'll do your family a favor, and just people around you. Vaping isn't cool, vaping isn't sexy, vaping like doesn't make you like cooler. You can make friends by not vaping. Like you don't have to have this social construct by vaping so then you can get into groups and you can hang out with people. Don't go on this trend of vaping, thinking you're cool, and getting a nicotine addiction. Because I'm telling you, if you vape and you say you're not addicted, you're lying to yourself. You are addicted.
Hi, I'm Sean Cunningham. Vaping will continue to be a very real problem in our school and our generation, and this is only the beginning. But remember, if you don't think you can quit, you can. The New York State Smokers Quit Line has recently added vaping to their helpline. If you need to reach them, call them at 1-866-697-8487. That's all for the GHS Reporter today. For Alex Matulowicz and the rest of the media crew, I'm Sean Cunningham. Today is a B-Day. Have a good day.